So when it comes to converging the European agenda and the African agenda on migration, I think there are some points of similarity. Of course, there are two different ideas, which is one, the African agenda focuses on migration within the continent, while the European agenda, as operationalized from the EU common agenda on migration, has now led to containment policies in some African countries. You see that this is some sort of a mismatch. But to get them to come back together and align themselves is if we move back to pre-2015, which is pre the EU crisis, if we move back to those policy measures where we had the European Union actually supporting measures for improving free movement on the continent. And this is what the African Union is trying to achieve. A union where you have free movement on the continent for all its citizens. And before 2015, the European Union was actually supporting this agenda of the African Union. And so we can move back to this in supporting free movement in regional economic communities and supporting free movement on the continental level. Intra-African migration is still the highest chunk of migration that occurs. So most Africans move to another African country within the continent. And migration to Europe is less than 20% of the migration that occurs from out of the continent, because Africans migrating from out of the continent also migrate to North America. They also migrate to Asia, and then they migrate to Europe. So actually less than this 20% is what gets to Europe. And in order to manage both streams, the focus should be on creating opportunities for people to move within the continent and creating opportunities for people to move legally out of the continent. Yes, we're seeing a whole new range of businesses opening up when you come to new technologies. And this has been spurred by the smartphone revolution. So because of the smartphones, you have lots of apps being developed for phones. You have new business models coming up. I'll take an example of Nigeria, where you have crowdfunding for the agricultural sector. So you have people pulling their savings together. Instead of leaving a savings on a bank account, they're pulling their savings together in a company, and this company takes the savings and invests it in agricultural products. Now this is being backed by insurance, so in case the farm that they're investing in fails, in case the farm yields fail, you get your money back. You get at least, without the profits, but you get the main capital, you get it back from the insurance company. This is made possible because of crowdfunding that is also supported by apps that you have now, because it's an app. You download an app on your smartphone. Through the app, you're able to transfer funds from your bank account to this and sponsor a farm. And then the farm is also, the farm also has access to technology. So they're not just carrying out agricultural practices based on the old ways of doing it. They have access to technology now to carry out new and improved agricultural technology and techniques to enable them increase their farm yield. So this is one example where you have a whole range of the agricultural sector that has been affected by some sort of innovation in the technological world. So yes, technology has the advantage of creating jobs and improving the lives of Africans.